Good afternoon, World Class Southeast Asia. Xin chào tất cả mấy anh chị Việt Nam, xin chúc mừng mấy anh chị Việt Nam. Vì đây là cái convention đầu tiên và hy vọng là 2 năm nữa mấy anh chị phải có 2.000 người có mặt ở đây nhá. Okay, here we go. Thank you. My name is Nguyen from the USA and Vietnam. I came to this country 36 years ago with a family of 7. The picture you saw is the first day when we landed in San Francisco. Do you surprised that nobody can smile? We look so scary when we look at the future because we have no English at all. No English, no money, and we start the new life. We landed in San Francisco with no luggages, but a lot of dreams. We was born in the middle class family, and my parents are teachers. So we did not have a lot of money, but the reason why we came to this country because we are looking for freedom. So the first day in America, the next day we came on November 22nd of 1978, which was the Thanksgiving Day. The next day, my uncle who sponsored our family took us to buy shoes. And when we walked into the shopping center, it happened that the Radio Shack is right at the door, and we look at the store that they sell televisions. That was the first time in my life I can see the color TV. I look at different big television with color, and I turn to my uncle and I say, "Uncle, how come those TVs are so expensive?" He looked at me and said, "Dean, they are not expensive. It's just because you don't have money." Just that alone. You know, the first day in America, somehow I was so fragile that just one statement, it made me make a decision right at that moment that I will be never poor. I worked so hard to achieve what we want to be. Right after that morning, then in the afternoon, he took me to Foothill College in Northern California. And then he dropped me at the door and he said, "Dean, just go into the building and then wait until I park the car and then I help you to register to be in college," with no English at all. So I stood there right in the front of the building, did not even move. So 5 minutes later, he came and he said, "Dean, why don't you get into the building?" I told him, I said, "Sir, nobody's there, so I can ask the permission because remember, back about 36 years ago in Vietnam, whenever you get into any building, you have to have the permission. Usually it's a guard with a gun." So he looked at me and he pointed to the door. He said, "Dean, look at that. Every door in America have 2 words, pull and push. You make a decision. You can do whatever you want to do." And I will say, "Man, it's only in America. I can do whatever I want to do. I make a decision." 4 years later, I graduated as the software engineer and worked for the big electronic company. And then again, after a few years with them, they pay me good though. But one day, I walked into the room of my supervisor, and he was my hero. But somehow, on that day, I saw he checked on his table. You know, I could not resist, but look at the check. I look at the number, and then I make a decision right there that I will not work for anybody because he was 14 years ahead of me, and his paycheck is only $200 more than my paycheck. And I could not imagine another 14 years to have $200 more. Every time we went back to my home, I saw the kid grow a lot faster than my paycheck, and it made me worry. 1993, it happened that I joined the network marketing company by accident. I did not have any intention to get into the network marketing, but it was in financial services. It wasn't easy at all for the engineer to get into the financial services selling life insurance products. So it's not easy at all. But I was able to retire 7 years later. One of our dreams is to retire our parents. Our parents are almost 80 now. And I remember when I was first few years in America, every morning when we woke up at 6 o'clock, my parents already awake, ready for the job. And they worked 2 jobs, 16 hours a day to have 5 kids go through college. And it was my dream that one day I will retire them. So I can just one simple dream. I want to wake up before my parents. I'm sorry. And I was able to do that. And they totally retired now. And that's one of my dreams. The second dream I have is to have the freedom. I know that we have to pay the big price for the freedom that we have. We have kids. Our first kid was born in 1990, and I have 2 of them. One of my dreams was be able to take the kid to college from first grade until the last day of high school, that I never missed any single day, and I was able to do that for 12 years in a row. Because that was one of my dreams. And then after that, we found Nu Skin. And Nu Skin opportunity in the last 5 years gave us the opportunity that we can travel around the world with my children, with my family, every single year. And that's one of my big dreams I was able to achieve with Nu Skin business. Last dream, but not last. I saw the Vietnamese community across the world. We was in thousands of years, and our country was torn apart, as well as our people. And one of our dreams is to connect the people in the community together. It's not just about the money, but about to improve the quality of life. And we was able to do that in the last few years with more than 100,000 of Vietnamese around the world working together as a family. And that is one of the proudest things that we was able to achieve. Do we have challenges? Of course. I still have challenges. We are almost facing challenges almost every day. But how come we overcome that? Because we understand why we do this business. I want to share you my weapon, my secret. I was in financial services before, as I told you, and we sell life insurance. And life insurance is not easy at all. You know, can you imagine the engineer selling life insurance? I got rejected left and right every single day. There was sometimes the people close the door and slam it to my face. But I did not give up, because every time I got rejection, I put my hand in my pocket and I pull out the sock of my daughters. I have 2. And somehow this gave me a courage to stand up and fight again for our future. So probably you have the same songs. A lot of people ask me, Dean, what is your secret? Here's my secret. Because I understood very, very well the why I have to do this business, because we had the big dream. And then every time we got into a business or any decision, we make a decision and we stick with it until we get to the result. When I found Nu Skin, the same thing. I went home, I told my wife I would do or die with this business, and she said, no, you don't die, do it. And then every month we got into the next level, because that's all we know. So I want to share you with this, and this is my motivation. This is my motivation. I know that every one of you have your own socks. You have families. Anybody here come to the convention today with husband and wife? Can you stand up? Husband and wife. Can you stand up? Please give them a hand. This is the quality of life that we are talking about. This is the reason why you are here And every one of you have the socks, will ya? Every one of you has one. It's just a matter you realize that you have the sock of your own. I'm very glad to tell you today, those socks belong to two ladies, and they are here the first time with us. Can you stand up? That's two ladies will join New Skin business after they graduate in December. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, after many, many years, I still carry those two socks with me because at least I can clean my glasses so I can see my dreams better. So I challenge everybody in this room. You make a decision because somehow you still half in, half out. When you make a decision that you will not miss any events, do it. I know that everybody can go to Japan next March. You make a decision and somehow you own to yourself and your family a decision, and you have to do it today. Would you? Everybody will be in Japan. You own it to yourself and your family a decision, so look out for your own socks. I will not share this to you. You have your own socks. So find your socks. Thank you. And we'll see you in March in Japan. Thank you.